Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you are new back in the new Gen 4s here. We're at Charlotte. Arca went here earlier this week, and we were really fast, but didn't quite get the result we should have. We were very fast, got wrecked out early by a guy just cutting across our nose on the front stretch, which sucked, but it is what it is. We are car number 4 out here out of this 21 car field. It looks like we got Gavin out here in the 9. Other than that, I don't know if I recognize hardly anybody's name out here. I haven't really raced with any of these guys that I recognize, at least. So, should be an interesting race nonetheless. 80 laps here at Charlotte. I think the field can go a little bit over halfway, like 45, 50 something laps maybe. But tires are going to get absolutely destroyed here, most likely. This car wants to slide around a lot on the front stretch, so we're going to have to manage that and try and maintain good positioning through the race the best we can. But hopefully you guys enjoy this race. 80 laps is going to be tough, and we'll get into this and see how we can do in qualifying. All right, let's see how we could do in qualifying here. I didn't do a ton of practice laps before this race, but we'll do the best we can. I ran like a 30.2 in practice before this, and I think the fast guys were down to like a 29.9, 30.0s mainly, so it'll be interesting to see what we could do. My fast line, though, was like running top-bottom. First lap, I'm going to run top-top. Second lap, I'll run top-bottom. So 1 and 2, I'm going to be up top regardless. But the few laps I did, it was very loose in the quad oval on the front stretch here. So through the race, got to try to make sure the rear end's not wanting to step out on you coming through here. You don't want to turn the wheel too fast at all. Try to get up here, roll it, not hit the wall. Try to maintain some good speed down the back stretch. And we're already losing it. Don't hit the wall. All right, we're good. I'll keep it going. Second lap will be our better lap anyways then. I thought I was going head on into that inside wall. We might not have very good speed coming to this lap like I was hoping, but it is what it is. If we don't qualify well, there's 80 laps to try to make it up. That was a pretty bad lap. Hopefully we don't almost lose it here off of turn 2 again. We're good. Big wiggle though. This thing's got so much horsepower behind it. Try to get right down on this blue line. Didn't want to come off it as much as we did, but it's okay. Still will be a decent lap, I think. I don't know how fast because I don't know how much speed we had coming to line. It was a 30.2. Okay, that was actually quicker than my practice time. I ran like a mid or upper 2, so I'm happy with that. Fast guy down in the 30.0 right there, but we're the number 4 car, so we kind of have to do pretty decent. A lot of guys look like they're in the 2s, though. Not sure how Gavin has qualified so far, but yeah, I just about lost it there on the backstretch on the first lap. So far, Gavin's only put up a 30.3. Was that both his laps? It was. So he was more consistent. He didn't lose it like we did, but I was trying to push it there on that first lap. Got very, very loose. Somehow, don't know how I didn't hit that inside wall because it was kind of crazy. I want to go back and see this because we got super loose on the backstretch and nearly went head on to the inside wall. I just had to really back it down and not overreact because they got super loose right there, just cut loose. Thought I was going to hit that inside wall. I was super close to that wall, I think, because you can see the tires just roasting, trying to miss it. I barely missed it, that by inches. Holy crap, that is scary. But that thing really kicked out on me really bad. It was kind of crazy there, so gonna have to try not to do that at the beginning of the race, especially if we are starting towards the front. Right now we're 4th on the outside, so if we're on the outside, we got to not do that in front of the entire field. That will cause a massive crash. All right, we're rolling off here in 4th still. Gavin's pretty deep in the field, so you'll have to see his perspective of this race as well. Go look up his name and you'll find his perspective also. This is going to be crazy, though. 80 laps, long race. Haven't had this long race in a little while, and we'll see how we can do. Hopefully we can stay towards the front here, try to avoid the wrecks, and hopefully we can get a nice long run, try to get a green flag stop in here and stuff. That'd be really nice. But we got a Gordon scheme up front, and if you've been on iRacing for any sort of time, Gordon schemes cause a lot of problems, but hopefully not today. Gordon's my all-time favorite driver, though. I have his card tattooed on the inside of my arm. Pretty much almost that same one. I think it's it's the black scheme with the flames instead of the blue there, but they usually cause problems on iRacing. I used to be a Gordon car for a long time, but I don't think I caused too many problems as far as I know. But before I started doing like my own paints and stuff. But we'll see what we can do here. hopefully we can have a good race. 80 laps is a long way, so hopefully people take it easy. Got to try to save our tires, not go too hard early on. Might not be going like super full throttle on the front stretch either, just so I don't kill the tires on the front stretch in the quad oval. Waiting on them to go, waiting all the way to the green flag. Try not to spin tires. These Gen 4s have two types of cars, and there's already a caution on the first start, so this is gonna be a long one maybe. So hopefully that doesn't keep up. I had a really bad start there. I was trying not to spin tire. Luckily the guy behind me didn't run us over or anything. All right, won the green here. I was gonna say these cars have two different bodies. They have this normal one, and then they have a super speedway body, which you can actually bump with. You can't really bump in these, so I was hoping the guy behind me wasn't gonna bump us. Luckily he laid off a little bit, but then I guess further on back is why that wreck happened, because people on the start right there was bumping each other and it caused the wreck. I saw Gavin go into the pits, and it looked like maybe he was getting some damage fixed because he was still there as we were coming around to the front stretch, but he got off pit road before going a lap down. So that's not a good sign to the start of his race, unfortunately. Hopefully his car is all right enough to where he can still run full speed and stuff. Might have some damage, but not 100% sure. That's unfortunate for him. Bad start to this race for him. Hopefully he can regroup.
2 minutes of optionals and a dream look down.
The Gordon car here lost the lead off the start, which is interesting. The 15 had a very good start. They waited till the green to go, and he just got on the throttle much smoother and everything like that. I was trying not to spin my tires because my tires did not feel great on the start there. These things just have so much power that I feel like you have to like gradually get into it, maybe not full throttle it or something like that. It is very tough, so we'll see what happens here on this start. We haven't ran any laps or anything on the tires, so they're pretty much 100%. Oh, he's going real early. I guess you don't have to wait to the restart zone in these things. We're able to get down to the bottom at least, get pretty strung out right off the start, which I'm okay with. Allows us to get down to the bottom and just kind of ride. I don't really want to try and push the car too much or anything. Back off early. Just try and get this thing to roll the bottom. I'm missing the bottom. I turned the steering ratio up on this thing to 12-to-1, which I usually do on like every car. And I turned the brake bias down to like 63.5 or something. That's what felt pretty comfortable to me. Overall,
I wasn't trying to top the nose, man. I just got stupid tight.
20 car behind us is really pushing right now. Like he is trying to go super hard off the rip. I'm not trying to push it that much, so if he wants to go by us, go right on ahead. If he gets to my inside or anything, I'll let him have it. Because I'm not trying to kill my tires. We only have 2 sets of tires here for this 80 laps. And tires mean a good bit overall. So I really want to try and take care of these things and not abuse them at all. But you definitely could get some good long runs. He wants to peek to the outside here. You go ahead, bud. You go try to chase down those top 3. I'm going to continue to run my low side. The top's definitely a little faster, but I feel like you're just going to kill your tires. The draft in these cars are very strong as well. So as long as you can stay in a draft, you'll be pretty decent. But I think we're going to get strung out enough on tire wear and everything to where you're not really going to be pack racing or anything like an ARCA. ARCA needs some more tire wear. It's pretty bad there. Because it was pretty much pack racing the entire time. This guy had a pretty big run from that outside lane. Is he going to stick to the outside? No, not really.
Yeah, 3. I don't know how he didn't make contact. He got loose right in my nose, or my left front, I should say.
17 car trying to push it off the bat with the 20, it looks like, pretty well. He might try to go to the outside here in 1 and 2, which he does. Oh, I'm overshooting that. We're okay. Slowed it down enough to where I didn't go up into the lane up there and get into him or anything. That guy is hitting the wall, it sounds like. Tried pulling down a little bit on the backstretch because I didn't want him to pull off the wall and just right hook us. People are really trying to push early in this thing, which is fine with me. I might be underdriving it, but I'm really hoping we have a long green flag run and it comes back to really bite them. But I could just be underdriving this thing. Time to learn though. First race of the season. Ran like 3 or 4 of the Gen 4 races last week, but they were kind of shorter. They weren't like super long where you have a full fuel run or anything. So wasn't really able to see how much tire wear came into play. Did come into play a little bit though. I think when we get like a full fuel run, it will come more into play. I'm getting sideways going into turn 1 there. It's not great for my tires by any means. Feel like I'm like overdriving entries or something. Just trying to take it easy though. Not trying to drive it too hard. Hopefully Gavin's car is alright and he's running pretty decent back there. I have to go back and see what incidents happened throughout the race. See what started the lap 1 wreck off the start. Well, 1 left, so we're not getting dead last out here today. See, that was a pretty good lap overall. It felt real smooth, easy on tires. Guys behind me are driving pretty much same pace as me right now, so they could be trying to save as well. That 17's trying to go somewhere, ripping that top. Guy behind me got a pretty good run. He's going to take a look to the inside now. I don't necessarily want to be on the outside, but we're out here now. I'm not trying to go all the way up by the wall in the corner or anything. Try not to turn the wheel too much because it can get loose. I'm just trying to run middle so I don't kill my tires too much, try to roll too much speed or anything. Really trying to wait on throttle. And we're getting hooked. Nice job. Nice job, 12. That was stupid. Hey, there's a...
Alright, man, I didn't need to get up on you. I don't know if that was net code or what.
Absolutely not.
I did not need to do that.
It is what it is. Learn to see where the right side of your car is, I guess.
Don't worry, Austin, I got wrecked out too.
Alright, we're catching up to the field. I had like 7 minutes of damage, so yeah, that's not going to get all fixed in this race. I didn't even take tires because I just wanted to see how much damage we can get fixed and stuff, but we're in the back now. Gavin confirmed that he got wrecked. You can probably see in the mirror right here. Oh, he has a front bumper now. He didn't have a front bumper before going into the pits right there, so he got more of his car fixed to where he at least he has a front bumper now, which is nice. But yeah, that's just people driving and not knowing the size of their car apparently, because I was all the way up by the wall and he slowly moved up to us. There was no net code involved in that, I could imagine, because I could see how tight he was in my mirror and I just had a feeling he was going to hook me because I was looking straight at it. But if we end up catching him, he's going to get it right back. So because if you get tight in the corner, that's one thing. If we're going down a damn straightaway and you just hook me down the backstretch, that's another thing. That's awful. But at least the car drives somewhat straight. Damn, they're waiting all the way to the green. My car drives pretty straight for the most part, it seems like. That guy is getting loose under us. I want to get by him. I still think our car is usable. I think mainly we got left side damage, I want to say. But I could be wrong. But these cars want to wiggle really bad in the corners. Like, really bad. I think some of these guys got fresh tires that got damaged, so I'm going to let them go. I'm not trying to battle anybody at the moment with really worn tires and damage. But I believe that yellow car that's up there on the bottom is the one that dumped us. It's the number 12 car. I think he was running a Matt Kenseth scheme, which would be him. So if we catch that 12 car, he's getting a bump right back. So I'm not afraid to use the bumper. Once we get raced one way, he did apologize, but you know, it will have a slight netcode mishap if we catch him. Luckily, I was able to save my car from a ton of damage.
31.
Like where our car would be like underpowered or the wheel wasn't straight and stuff like that. So at least we avoided most of that damage, I feel like. But I was shocked to see it was 7 minutes of damage. It was quite crazy there, but very unfortunate thing that happened to us because we just caught the end of that wall in the backstretch. I could see my tire marks of where we did a 360 and hit the wall.
You're losing on the car in front.
Yeah, I think they're on fresher tires, but our aero damage is really slowing us down, I feel like. I didn't pay attention to see if I had any engine damage. I would doubt it because we kind of just hit straight left side. Unless I'm delusional and I'm thinking something else, but I swear I can see the tire marks way down here. We did a 360 and hit the left side on the wall. So we just need some cautions to go get our car fixed and just so people get knocked out of this race. So right now I'm just kind of riding, waiting on a caution to happen. Hopefully a caution happens somewhat soon, and hopefully it's with that 12 car, and we'll get back out here racing with some speed once we can get this car a little bit more fixed, hopefully. We just hit halfway. We are still way in the back. No caution has happened, of course, because every time we end up in a wreck and then we get screwed over, we need cautions, we don't get them. But they're probably like less than 10 laps away from starting to pit. I have more fuel because of when we pitted, all I did was get fuel. I didn't get tires because I was hoping that we would go a few laps and then get a caution. I'd take some tires then, but we just need a caution before we go a lap down. Got about 8 seconds back to the leader, and it'd probably be about 8 seconds, if not a little bit more than 8 laps away from being lapped potentially. But I'm like a little less than a second slower at the time. Learn to drive this a little bit, but yeah, we need a caution so we don't end up going a lap down, and maybe there'll be a caution in the pit cycle. That's what I'm hoping. If not, I'm just gonna run my fuel out, get tires and stuff at the end of my fuel run when everybody else has already gone out and gotten their tires and fuel and all that. So I'm hoping for a caution sometime soon right now. We only got like just over a second to the leaders behind us, but they just said that they were pitting. A lot of people have pitted so far, so we're gonna have some faster traffic flying on up on us very soon here. I'm actually catching this 13 car on super long run. Gavin ended up going up there and getting a pass as well. Yeah, the leader pitted, second place stayed out. He's gonna lose a ton of time staying out even just one lap. So interesting strategy for him. I want somebody to wreck going into the pits or just coming out of the pits trying to get by some of the slower cars. I really want that to happen.
Pitting.
We're getting by this 13 car. Let's go.
Hi, Gavin.
You're clear.
Absolutely massive. .55, 59 with probably a few seconds of damage after spinning us. And we still have the leader right behind us. He's got to be pitting here very soon, but he is flying up on us. I'll probably just stay high because he's going to get to our inside. He sure is. So I'm like a second-ish slower a lap than the leader on old tires still, roughly. But we're still out here waiting for a caution. I got like 15 more laps of fuel and then I'll be pitting. And I'm getting by the 7 car who's probably killed off his tires as well. But I'm waiting on this guy to pit, and then hopefully we can get a caution in the next like 15 laps. Leader is pitting right in front of us. He just got real loose in the backstretch and did the chat type that he's pitting.
I literally hit 0% on my right front.
Oh, that guy blew his right front apparently. And that is somebody on fresh tires, that number 2 car, so he is going to be in pretty good position to go up there and try to win this race, I imagine. But yeah, we're back on the lead lap, hoping a caution comes out very soon here.
Bro, come on.
Ooh, wrecking on the front stretch caution. We got the caution. Let's go. I still had like 8 laps of fuel, but we got the caution. Gavin just pitted. He's a lap down. we got the caution we needed. We're going to go get more of this car fixed, and we're going to have fresh tires. We're not going to be fast by any means, but that's going to help us out a little bit overall. We didn't go a lap down and have to go get more damage fixed or anything. Like, the strategy paid off at least. We're going to stay on the lead lap. That's the main goal here. So
Lap car, stop running
I'm
in the
gonna
racing line,
I'm
bro.
gonna go
Come on.
get these
I know you're trying to go
car
forward and
fixed
pitch strategy,
and
but, like, you're
tires
not gonna go
changed
anywhere.
out and everything. That guy's just yapping, but we got the guy who wrecked us right in front of us, and I could have been mean and just right hooked him into the wall, but that's not how I race people. So if I catch him racing, I'm gonna give him a bump and move him out the way for sure. But I don't think we have the car to do so because our car is so damaged. All right, we just hit one to go. They like delayed the green. I don't know why exactly, but we stayed on the lead lap. We're 13th right now, which is crazy. Gavin's the first car lap down at the moment, and 16th, I believe it is. Currently, he is. Yeah, I don't know where 14th and 15th are. Maybe they sped on pit road or something. I'm not sure. But not everybody pitted there, so Gavin wasn't able to get a wave around or anything, so he got stuck a lap down. So I imagine these guys are going to wreck on this like upcoming next 15 laps, going hard to the end here. Hopefully the 17 up there dies, or the 12 car I should say. I think 17's on the side of his car, but 12 car, hopefully he wrecks, and that would be fantastic to see some karma go back and hit him, and hopefully we can beat him in this race. But we got less than 15 to go. We're probably still going to be slow. I still got like 5 more minutes of damage, so I don't have much hope for our car. Hopefully we just don't get ran over from behind. And hopefully we can just finish this thing. That's the main thing. Try to finish this thing on the lead lap. We don't have any laps left, so I should finish on the lead lap as long as we don't end up in a wreck.
Yeah, spun and everything.
We'll see what happens, though. This guy in front of me is the one that got spun out for that caution. I don't know if he has any damage. I'm not able to see the front of his car, and I don't know what the front of my car looks like or anything either for our damage, because it says we have front nose damage. Don't have any engine damage. I know that. Massive accordion right there. They're going, apparently. Try not to spin the tires too bad right there. The 18 really backed off. I don't know if he has a lot of damage or what. Guy behind me is a lap down. Gavin really needs to try to get to that lucky dog spot badly. Just in case there's a caution, he can get back on the lead lap. Like, his car is damaged as well. Like, he was about 5-ish seconds ahead of me when he pitted, and then he was gonna cycle way out ahead of us if we didn't get a caution for sure. He was going to cycle way out ahead of us. But yeah, I just don't have any speed. Like, I have no engine damage. It's all aero, I think. I believe it's all aero damage, so we're gonna probably fall back to 15th here very quickly. I don't have very good short run speed with this car at the moment. It's mainly long run speed we're okay with, because even after that super long run, I still had some tires left. Oh, I don't know where this guy went. Oh, he's back. I had like 26% on the right front still at the end of 60-ish laps, which is absolutely crazy. And other people were blowing their tires, so I still could have gone all the way to my fuel for sure. But I'm hoping people just drive super hard, wreck up there, cause a massive pileup. That'd be really nice to see. Because we're going to finish 15th other than that. I know that. We're just going to finish 15th. Hopefully Gavin can go up there, get in that spot. But never mind. Gavin got tagged there by the 17. Made the 19 check up real bad. Like, they were all in the line on the bottom. The 17 just tapped Gavin there. Nowhere for any of them to really go. He just needed to check up a little bit more. This guy's a run on the outside to let him go, because you can't take a bump in these very well. But we are just so off pace from that wreck. It really sucked. But I think like the top 6 stayed out from the pit cycle. And I don't know how long they had on their tires or anything like that, so it'll be interesting to see how that really plays out for them. And we got a caution. We got one wrecked up top, really trying to slow it down. We're going to go get more of this damage fixed, and we'll have under 5 minutes left at least. And Gavin's not the lucky dog out of that, unfortunately. All right, we're catching the field on 1 to green. There's going to be like 6 laps left here. Gavin is still getting damage fixed, it looks like, as well. But we're in like 14th or 13th right now. I think the 2 car just pitted because he had no right front from that wreck, and he was still up there in like 8th or something. So hoping we just don't die at the end of this, and hopefully there's another massive wreck, gets us some spots. It looks like that 12 car is all the way up there in third, unfortunately. Hopefully he dies in a massive crash here or something. That'd be awesome to see. I just want to point and laugh and just say you can't park there. That's it. But coming around to the end of this, we have like just under 4 minutes left or something like that. Just about 4 minutes left of damage. So not ever going to get all this damage fixed anyways. I don't know how many green-white checkers there are in this thing. They're going. But yeah, I don't think we're going to get all this damage fixed anyways. 17 car had a bad start. He's probably going to go flying by me on the backstretch anyways. Yeah, I'm already getting tight. Trying not to slide up into him or anything. I just want to see a massive death. That's all I want to see. That 17 car is scraping the ground with the front end. Why are we going 3 wide for almost last? Texaco car? You're an idiot. Try not to turn the wheel too much. So we're 14th. The 15th car just pitted. Gavin is the lucky dog at the moment. If a caution were to come out, he could at least get back on the lead lap and gain some spots, but he definitely would pass us. They're going almost 3 wide for the lead.
You're a pretty nice guy.
Trying to not die in this car, mainly. I'm trying to not push.
Self-preservation, lost start simmer.
Self-preservation, or just wreck people. That's it. About as bad as Hocevar, damn. Hate to see that. 12 car is actually in the lead. Hopefully he gets dumped or something up there for the win. That would be hilarious. I just want him to die in this race. That's it. Because he absolutely ruined our race for no reason on lap 16. Like, it was lap 16. He's trying to side draft like it's a super speedway or something down the backstretch and just dumps us. Guy behind me had a massive run, but he's backing off because he's figuring he's not going to get any spots anyways. So he just backed off. He can go by me if he wants. I am low on aero. I'm very slow on the straightaways. My cornering speed's not terrible, but it does get very tight on me.
I can't believe you took that fake-ass lucky dog, son.
So hopefully we get a wreck here with 2 to go right now, or on the last lap. We can gain some spots. That'd be fantastic. That's all I want to see is get a wreck, and we can gain some spots, whether now or on the last lap. Oh, they're wrecking. That's a hard hit, and we're going to have a green-white checker. Gavin's going to get on the lead lap, and that guy lost his whole front bumper and everything. He is very, very damaged. All right, catching the field once again, coming to the 1 to green on this green-white checkered. Gavin is the lucky dog, so he's way in the back here. And then there's a few lap cars I got to try and get in front of here. And I got to get in front of the 17. Oh, no, I need to stay behind the 17. He's actually on the lead lap. Okay. So we are slotting in right here. But we got like just over 3 minutes of damage left. So this is the only green-white checkered. We're in 13th. Gavin's in 14th. Really last car on the lead lap. So worst we're going to finish is 14th, it looks like at the moment, unless we die. But I'm not fast enough to really be up here and die, I feel like, unless I get turned from behind.
No one's lifting on the wheel spin to straighten.
I just hope there's a massive crash up here on the white flag, not the second to last lap, because some people could get their spots back on that. And I don't want this thing to finish under caution. I want it to finish under green. They go green super early. Wouldn't have been shocked if somebody spun tires because of how early they went. 7 cars gonna get by on the outside. They're already wrecking on the back. They save it. Oh my. The 13 thinks he's gonna get positions, so he's just gonna absolutely send it. 2 guys behind me are much faster. Let them go. Try not to wreck either of them. I'm just hoping other people go and wreck. That's it. Go get them, Gavin. Go get the 16 there. Even though the 16's getting tight on him. Tapping him, making him wiggle a little bit. It's white flag. Time to wreck, everybody. Go and wreck into turn 3, please. Somebody. Anybody. We're going to finish back in 14th, it looks like. So that's a little unfortunate. Could Felt pretty quick in the beginning, and we just got dumped early. I have to go back and see that wreck on what happened and everything, so it was just a sad race for us. Not a whole lot we could do. We said 3 more minutes of damage, so we were just really, really slow. I don't know how damaged my front end was at all, but we'll go back and see how damaged we were, because I have 0 idea. I have not seen at oh, I had no front end at all. That makes a lot of sense. Had 0 front end, so I guess I nailed my front end on the wall in our wreck, which I had no clue about. But yeah, let's go back and see how we died, because we got the 17 on the inside, just running the inside. There, he was fine there. It just on the backstretch, he wants to side draft the hell out of us for some reason, and it hooks us around. Because I'm up by the wall, and he just keeps coming up. Like, I don't have much space. How did I lose my whole front end from that? That's why I thought I didn't hit that hard, but it just spun me around and just barely clipped the front end on the wall right here. I thought I hit flush on the side, so that's why we were so slow the whole time, because I had no front end the entire race, so that sucks. And I want to go back and see what happened to Gavin right off the rip here. Who ended up dying? The 48 on the outside spun tires, and Gavin's just right there collected, unfortunately. Lost his front nose right away. He didn't get spun or anything, but he lost his front nose right away. Oh boy, what was happening there? There was no caution for any of this that happened. 21 just coming up in front of the 3 like that. That's exactly what happened to me in ARCA, and that's how we died in ARCA, because a guy wanted to clear himself on the front stretch when he thought he was clear, but he wasn't. 48 getting the wall there, trying not to turn down into the 9. This is just where we get dumped, because we're all the way up by the wall, and then just he starts moving on up, and I don't care if it's netcode or not. You don't need to be trying to side draft that fucking hard for no reason. There goes my front bumper. What were more of these wrecks? Oh, that guy almost got taken out there. Oh, that'd have been fantastic. But yeah, this guy just got clipped in the rear end by the 6 because he got loose on the exit, and the 6 didn't really lift or get out of the lane at all. Did he already tap the wall? I think he already tapped the wall. But there wasn't a whole lot that happened throughout this race. There was a lot of boringness for the most part. Not a whole lot happened. But yeah, we finished 14th. Could have been much worse, but could have been much better. So it is what it is. Let's go see how much we lose out of the results. We lose a solid 44. We still gain safety somehow out of that. We only had a 4X, I think, out of it. Yeah, we still only had a 4X out of it. Gavin loses a little bit as well, but gains some safety because he only had a 4X, but neither of them were our fault. It just really sucked what happened to us. The 12 car finishes 3rd. That annoys me, but we lose 44. I think that's like a solid loss of like 94 between ARCA and Gen 4 now this week. Charlotte was not nice to us by any means. We were top split both races, a pretty high number both races, and wrecked in both races. So it is what it is. Charlotte wasn't good to us this week. Hopefully we'll gain it back in some races next week or later in the week. I don't know what I'll be running, but I know ARCA and Gen 4 will be like a full-time schedule. But hopefully in the next race we can try and gain some rating back, because we dropped below 4K for the first time after having up to like 4,100. So a little unfortunate, but it happens. It is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.